My dear students of 10A and 10B, today I shall introduce you a new lesson of civics, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court. Here there are some following points. As per these points I am going to teach you. Number 1, composition. Second point, qualifications of judges. Third point, appointment of appointment of judges. Fourth point, appointment of ad hoc judges. Now first point, composition. You know, the Supreme Court of India has a Chief Justice of India. The Supreme Court has a Chief Justice of India, and he is assisted by not more than 30 other judges. That means 30 other judges are appointed by the President in order to assist the work of the Chief Justice of India. But the Chief Justice of India is the head of the Supreme Court. And these 30 judges are appointed by the President, but the number of judges can be increased until Parliament by law requires a larger number of judges. At any time it can be happen regarding the situation of our country, but generally the Chief Justice is the head of the Supreme Court, that is, the Chief Justice is the head of the Supreme Court, but generally 30 judges are appointed by the President for the assistance of the Chief Justice. That means the Chief Justice is the head of the country, head of the Supreme Court, and 30 other judges, not more than 30 other judges are appointed by the President in order to assist the work of the Chief Justice of India. So this is the system of composition of the Supreme Court. Now next point, qualifications of the judges. Qualifications of the judges. The judges of the Supreme Court, they need a number of qualifications. Until the person fulfills the minimum requirements or minimum qualifications required to be the judges of the Supreme Court, the person cannot become the judge of the Supreme Court. So, in order to be judges of the Supreme Court, persons are required a number of qualifications. What are the qualifications? Number 1, the person, he must have to be at least 5 years experience as a judge of a high court or 2 or more such courts in succession. That means the person must have experience of 5 years as a judge of a high court or 2 or more other courts in succession. And second point, the person must have experience at least 10 years as an advocate of a high court or 2 or more than 2 other courts in succession. That means a person can become the judge of the Supreme Court if the person has experience as a judge, minimum 5 years experience as a judge of high courts and other 2 or more than 2 subordinate courts. And next one, the person can become the judge of the Supreme Court if he has 10 years experience as a lawyer or advocate of a high court or 2 or more subordinate courts. Lawyer having 10 years experience from 2 or more other subordinate courts. So a person having experience of 10 years, having 10 years experience as a lawyer of a high court or two or more than other, subordinate courts can become the judge of the Supreme Court. And another thing is that in the opinion of the president, if the person becomes a distinguished jurist, in that case the person can become the judge of the Supreme Court. That means in that case the president has to declare a judge as a distinguished jurist. A distinguished jurist, in that case the person can become the judge of the Supreme Court. So these are the minimum qualifications required to be the judge of the Supreme Court. And next point, but in certain cases the system of appointment of judges by the president is obstructed. How? Because the president, as per the constitutional procedure, appoints a number of judges in the Supreme Court. For example, the Chief Justice is the head of the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice, as a judge, is the head of the entire procedure of judgment. His decision is final, the Chief Justice. And under the Chief Justice, all other judges who are appointed, their main work is to assist the work of the Chief Justice. But ultimately, the decision of the Chief Justice is final. That's why not more than 30 judges are appointed by the president as assistants of the Chief Justice. But in that case, sometimes the number of judges appointed by the president can be increased. Under some circumstances, the country's law and order is disrupted and the working load of the Supreme Court becomes very much unavoided. So in order to function smoothly, in order to get all the works duly function smoothly, the Supreme Court requires more than 30 judges, not more than 30. It is the system of the Constitution. But during crisis period, the Supreme Court requires more than 30 judges. In that case, a special, permission is required. A special permission of the Parliament is required to the President. Under such permission granted by the Parliament and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the President may appoint more than 30 judges in order to reduce the working load of the Supreme Court. And next one, the judges who are required to be fulfill minimum qualifications. The judges of the Supreme Court who are required to fulfill minimum qualifications. These qualifications are: the judges has to obtain 5 years of experience as a judge of the High Court. The judges has to obtain 10 years of lawyer, 10 years of experience as a lawyer of a high court, or two or more than alternative courts or subordinate courts in succession. In that case, these persons are liable to be appointed as the judge of the Supreme Court. Besides, a person can become the judge of the Supreme Court if the person becomes a distinguished jurist in the eye of the President. That means the president has one quota. According to that quota, he may appoint any person as the judge of the Supreme Court. In that case, the person has to be a distinguished jurist of the country. In that case, the president can appoint him as the judge of the Supreme Court. So these are the minimum qualifications required to be the judge of the Supreme Court, my dear students. The judge of the Supreme Court. And next one, some other judges also are appointed by the president. They are known as ad hoc judges. Ad hoc judges. Now, what is the reason? The ad hoc judges are appointed by the president. The ad hoc judges are appointed by the president. What is the reason? The ad hoc judges are appointed by the president in consultation with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and the judge of other high court. The ad hoc judges of the Supreme Court is appointed. The ad hoc judges are appointed for a period as may be necessary. There is no fixed period for the ad hoc judges. That means the ad hoc judges are appointed for any work, and whenever the work gets completed, the tenure of the ad hoc judges become over. That's why there is no fixed period mentioned during the time of appointment of the ad hoc judges. Such appointments are made with the consent of the president and after consultation with the Chief Justice of the High Court concerned. That means the Chief Justice may appoint as a judge of a High Court. The Chief Justice may appoint a judge of a High Court as an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court for a period as may be necessary. So, the Chief Justice may appoint a judge of a High Court. May appoint a judge of a High Court as an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court for a period as may be necessary. So the Chief Justice may be appointed as the judge of a High Court as an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court. That means an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court can become the judge of a High Court, but there is no fixed time for him. He is appointed temporarily, and as soon as the work is over, as soon as the working load is reduced, the Chief Justice means the ad hoc judge, tenure becomes over. And such appointments are made with the consent of whom? With the consent of the President of India in consultation with the Chief Justice of the High Court concerned. The Chief Justice may at any time, with previous consent of the President, request attendance of retired judges of the Supreme Court or the High Court to act as a judge of the Supreme Court. That means the judges who have experience as judges of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice may at any time, with previous consent of the President, request attendance of retired judges of the Supreme Court, of High Courts, to act as a judge of the Supreme Court. That means sometimes an acting judge of the Supreme Court is required. Acting judge. Now, who will become the acting judge? As per the system of the Constitution, only a judge having 10 years of experience as a lawyer of a judge of a High Court, or two or more than two subordinate courts as a judge of High Court having 5 years of experience, the person can become a judge of the Supreme Court. It is the system. But as an acting judge, the same qualifications are required. Suppose one person is going to be an acting judge of the Supreme Court, then what qualifications are required for it? The same qualifications are required for it, but it is mentioned in the Constitution that a retired judge of the Supreme Court or the High Court having many experiences can become an acting judge of the Supreme Court or the High Court. In that case, the president is advised by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court or sometimes Council of Ministers to appoint any person as acting judge of the Supreme Court or High Court who has gained experience as a retired judge of the Supreme Court or High Court. Up to this, my dear students. Thank you.